Thanks, Jim. So next up, we have Al Bug coming to us from San Francisco at the Google Street View Summit. And Kyle Giesbrick, a trusted Google Street View photographer, is going to have a little chat with him about some of the innovations with GoThru overlay.
Hi, so I was put on the spot like 2 minutes ago to do this. So we'll leave it up to Al to do his presentation, then I'll help facilitate, I guess, some back and forth. So whenever that's going. I haven't actually seen his overlay that he's presenting, so I'm excited to see how it looks too.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey Al, how's it going?
Doing good, doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. Excited to see what you got.
I would love to be there, but could it be possible to be in the two places at the same time?
Yeah, awesome. So I can't wait to see the new GoThru features.
Sure. So first, I don't know, so before I'm starting, I would like to thank to my development team for creating such an amazing application. And also I would like to send a big thank to Alexander, Jenny, and to Ralph for developing 4JS, because we have both the GoThru moderator and the GoThru overlay editor is based on 4JS. So I wanted that first.
Okay,
out.
awesome. And maybe a little introduction about yourself for the people here who don't know you and GoThru.
Okay, so I don't know, a few things about me. I've been a trusted photographer since 2012. And together with my partner, Alina, we have done more than 500 street view tours in Toronto area. Now, besides shooting tours, I'm also a programmer. And when Google retired the editor last year, we've managed to release an editor that is being used by over 60% from the Google trusted community. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much about me. Like I did a test and half an hour it's barely enough time to cover what we have worked for the last year. So I will just go straight in and show you what we have done. So let me close my camera, share screen, and let me, so do you see? Do you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so this is GoThru overlay editor. We looked the best application for processing images, and that's Photoshop, and we liked the way we have on the side the tools and the elements, like the layers, and then you can add from the side any elements into the main area. So we like that, and that's how we designed the overlay editor. So I will just go ahead and start with describing what we have here. We have the elements, and the elements is like we have different type of hotspots. This is one type, this is another type, different type of menus. This is a normal menu that everyone knows from the menu overlay. This is a menu that's on top. This is map plugin, and this is like a central bar control plugin. So these are plugins, and we will develop and create more as time goes on. Then we will have themes, and you will be able to select a particular theme, like real estate and now this shouldn't have been here, but anyway, it is. So what's happened, this is an asset library, and you can just open and drag directly in there, and they will upload into the application. And we support PNGs, SVG images, JPEG images for the overlay editor work. So let's go ahead and start creating a menu. And I will create the menu from the menu overlay. That's the first menu that we implemented. And you see right here, we have the general settings and all the details like you can set up for it. And then we have the menu. So let's go ahead and add this panel menu. And you do that from the main list and click plus. And because I already worked on this tour, the name is there already. So, and you have, it has like number 28 on, and you can edit, you can, for beer store, and it's automatically updated there. And another feature that we just added is you can add an icon, and we support the font Awesome 2, which is close to 2,000 icons at this moment, and they are keep adding. So for this particular, I'm not going to use any icons. So let's go ahead and add more panoramas to the menu. I would say this is can beer. So can beer, it's already in. And now I'm gonna add a new level.
Okay, Al, sorry, just 1 second to interrupt.
Yes.
Just so you know, on our screen in the bottom right corner, we can't completely see everything you're doing. So just to be aware of that, because we have a little bit of an overlay on the screen.
Oh, so you don't see my whole screen?
Yeah, just like a tiny spot in the bottom right corner.
So is it better now?
Yeah, I think that covers most of it.
Okay, maybe make me smaller like this. Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, perfect. So let me hide this. Okay, so now I would like to add a menu that's not linked to any panel. It's just going to be an empty menu, and I will call this beer. And who doesn't love beer? And I'm going to go to some other places in the tour, and I'm going to see that I have Sapporo. I love Sapporo, and you're in Japan. So I'm going to add this, and you have probably lots of Sapporo. And you can easily drag, you see, and it's automatically updating. If you look on the top corner, the position, just by dragging this. So I would like Sapporo under beer. And all I have to do is just position it under beer and then press the in button. And that will create the sub menu. Very easy to use and intuitive. And another one, since we are both Canadians, we're gonna take a look at the Canadian brand, and we're gonna add Canadian. And Molson Canadian, and we're gonna add it in. Okay, so this is creating just a quick menu. Let's add a logo. Just click on here and then you pick it from the asset library. And boom, we have that there. Now, what I don't like is by default the menu is this grayish thing. I would like to change that and make it the same dark gray. So I'm going to click here, just going to drag this down, and that's it. We did it. And I will change the text color to white, and maybe the active color to something more like an orange, something like this. Okay, good. So we have that, and we have some other options, like if I want to go crazy, which I like sometimes, I can go to a gradient, and I can have a gradient menu, and we support different type of gradients, where it's like circle and directional. But let's not be crazy. So I'm gonna stick with just with one color. Now we support a lot the different area like right and alignment. And you see this arrow automatically changes when we change this. We have menu opacity. We can put a logo, and I can, no, it's from here. I can take this, and put the link, and I can change the width. And everything is really like intuitive, and we're gonna save. This is like pretty much the menu. I think we covered everything. So let's go ahead and add an hotspot. Right now you see there is general, and we put some like IKEA name hotspot. This is the hotspot, and I'm just gonna drag it over here, and maybe here so everyone can see it better. And you see there is the hotspot icon in some panel number 21, and we click on it and we can start setting it up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna grab some text that already have for this, the left image, and I will select the image from the asset library. And this is the Molson one, and we can add the buy button and add the link to the beer store. Beer store, if you don't know, like if you're not from Ontario, probably, it has over like 200 stores. So one thing that I would like, I don't see too well the text, so I would like to change the opacity. Okay, I think like that, it's okay. Let's fold this. And see, we support a scroll bar here. If the text is the Google link, and I will just refresh the page. So we have the menu, and let's just go to Molson Canadian, and we have the hotspot, and boom, we have hotspot opening. So that's working good. Let's go further, and let's say I don't like this hotspot. It's something that I don't want. So what I would do is I'm going here, and I can change the hotspot by adding my own SVG image. And I'm doing that from like picking it from my asset library. And right now the hotspot looks like this. And let's say I want something else. I want an icon for it. So I will change, um, show the to show a symbol on the, and we can select from the Font Awesome library. And you see it's not centered, so we should center it. We can horizontally a bit like this, and vertically a bit maybe like this. Anyway, but I don't like that. So, and the Font Awesome 2 doesn't have like nice beer icons. So what I will do is I will check my own PNG and add it to it. So I'm just gonna add this. And we can center it. And okay, okay, perfect. Now when you're gonna have a beer, you're gonna think about this. And let's save it and see how it looks on the web. How you will customize your jobs. Now you see now that the hotspot is there, and you click on it, and automatically centers the whole thing and to show the hotspot. That looks good. So let's go further. Lots of stuff to show. Now, if I'm moving to this position and I'm looking, I have the same Molson Canadian hotspot will be copied to this panel. And all we have to do is just change the position and put it here. And that's it. I save and let's reload. And we have the hotspot here. And we have the hotspots here. Same hotspot. No extra work. Who doesn't love that? Okay, so this is the hotspot. And again, you can, I think I have one more. Okay, maybe, but we'll pick this spotlight and we'll create a new hotspot. Okay, let's move it here so everyone can see it. Pick and select the type, image left, select the image. Once you learn the application, you will be amazed how fast you can go through it, like creating anything. And this is the same experience that everyone has when moderating would go through moderator. We are fast, and just telling you that we are almost ready to crack the auto moderation, and hopefully, I don't know, we'll see, but maybe we will have auto moderation soon. Let's this hotspot, you see, it's okay, but this is blue, this is white. So let's do some things here. Let's change this. No, actually, I'm changing something else there. No. Yeah, no, this is one. So yeah, let's increase this, and try to match the color. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I know you can do it. Okay. Come on. No, anyway, I'm not gonna spend too much on that, but let's do something like this. And maybe now I can do it. Maybe I didn't select the correct blue from here. And that's anyway, but you got the idea. You can create really nice hotspots that stand out. So we have that. Now, other things about GoThru overlay editor is you can jump if you work like on a very big tour. We support the map, and you can just jump around directly on the map, or you can select, if you have good eyes, the panel directly from here. And on top of that, you can add multiple tours. So let's say you want to have, like, you have a mall and you have like all the little stores in the mall. You just come here and you select add more tours to this overlay. Okay, so that. Now let's save and let's move to the next plugin that we support. We have a map, and this is something default that we just put. I will delete it and click here and add the map. Now, this is the map of the store, and to work with the map, it's as easy as we worked with the menu. All you have to do is just go to the dot list, click plus, and you add a dot, and just move the dot where you want. It says the dot is a bit too big, so let's make it smaller. I think that's okay. And we're gonna see, like, there is a issue. Like right now, we are not facing the correct angle, so I will just rotate a bit the map. The map. So you see, I can rotate the whole thing. And now I'm gonna rotate it. Now that seems to be okay. And let's add the Sapporo one on the map also. This is Sapporo now. Okay, guys, you should drink a Sapporo for me. So let's add this to the dot and give it the proper location. Still, I made that map way too small. Actually, instead of making the dot smaller, I will just increase the map. The map a bit bigger and move here. And by clicking on this, we go here and then we can move. Okay, so we did that. And yeah, this is the map, and can play around with the settings as the everything else in the GoThru overlay editor. You can choose the position, and let's save. Now, another thing that probably you notice here, we can you can take a look and see how the overlay will look on different, like this probably would be an embed, and that's the embed will look like. This is how on phone would look like. I can click and open and see exactly how my overlay will look on different devices. This is a really neat feature. Okay, we still have like 5 minutes. I'm still running. So let's add, like, I'm from Canada. We have like 2 languages for now. Let's add French. And select French. And what's going to happen, I can the way I recommend doing this is, and you see, we added the language here. You work on your overlay, you finish it in your favorite language, and then you start, like after you finish it, you start working on any other languages. Because we will copy the whole, like English to French, and then all you have to do is just replace text, like change text in French. If you have Spanish, you can replace this text. My idea for the future will be to have some export files and then just export the file and translate it and upload it back in, but that's not implemented yet, so let's not talk about it. So yeah, that's how we add the language. And if I'm going to general settings, I can change the position of the language on the screen. Now let's put it down there. Let's save. So this is one template, but as I said, we support a top menu, and I don't have that time now. And we will add more crazy stuff in here. So yeah, I think this is it. Like we can just, like I saved, and we can do a reload. It's very easy to work, and we will do something similar with yeah. So regarding pricing, we will not extra charge you if you have a pro account, so you'll be able to create as many overlays as you want with GoThru overlay. Oh, if anyone has any questions, I will stop my share screen and start my camera, and here I am. I still have 2 minutes.
All right. Yeah, actually, did you mention when it's going to be available?
It's pretty much, as you see, it's almost done. We have just few things like the Google Maps JavaScript keys that have to be implemented in there. So it's just a few things, little things, and I hope like in the next week or the week after to be able to launch it. It's just pretty much just touch-ups and make sure that it only some. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I have one other question too. Is it going to be limited to Google Trusted Photographers and the tours they've created, or can we pull from anywhere from the Maps API and build an overlay around it?
No, so this is limited to only what you have in your GoThru account.
Okay.
You cannot create an overlay for something that you do not own. And to me, I see that as a plus, because from what I heard regarding the other overlay editors is the client just goes directly to them and then they create the tour. Like in this case, the client won't be able to create the tour by himself because he will not have the constellation. So it's only you. But what you will be able to do is you will be able to share the overlay editor with the client, and the client will be able to create the experience.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Are we good, or is there any other questions?
Pricing, as I said, it's not going to be for the pro membership.
Convenient.
$23.95. Yeah.
Sorry, you froze up there,
And
Al.
another thing is this spits out two. This spits out two, if not three, output tour. One is the Google, one is the hosted tour, and we are working on a mobile version.
Okay. When you mentioned the pricing, the video is actually cutting out. If you can tell us that again quickly.
Okay, so regarding pricing is if you have a pro membership with GoThru, there is no extra charge. If you do not, probably we will come with something. I have no idea. I don't know, maybe $15 a month, a year, or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, we haven't thought too much. Our immediate focus is for the pro accounts in GoThru.
Awesome.
Split between the two. Okay, that's it.
All right, that's it. Thank you so much, Al. I can't wait to get the chance to try it myself.
Yeah, anytime. Thank you.
Thanks, Al and Kyle. So next up, before we do, actually, we just ask that you don't do video recordings of the talks. We are live streaming it, and we will have the videos available through the IVRPA channel. And again, please do go check out the VR space if you have a chance. So next up, we have Rachel Bracker and Thomas Hayden. Their presentation will be on 360-degree documentary filmmaking and multimedia journalism, and they'll discuss some of the challenges and lessons learned from their latest project. So welcome.